Mexico. For next to nothing, our company had a nice suite and complimentary coffee station in the building out behind the kennel with 100 identical dogs. True, the commute was an ordeal. After going through various security checkpoints, you had to drive all the way around the electromagnetic pulse, EMP, testing center, a giant wooden platform held together without a single metal nail or screw, on which they would zap, say, a specially shielded 747 jumbo jet to see if its instruments would fry. Next was the big melt laser laboratory. No one would ever tell me what it was they melted. Then mile after mile of intercontinental ballistic missiles, ICBMs, in their silos dug into the hillside. The temptation to speed past them all had to be resisted, because that part of the base is shoot to kill for vehicles violating the 30-mile-per-hour speed limit or any of the other traffic laws. Over the past 5 years, we have received considerable support and encouragement from Kirtland Air Force Base, a Department of Defense facility, and from Sandia National Laboratories, a Department of Energy facility responsible for, among other things, the construction and maintenance of every nuclear warhead in the United States. For the record, neither AC-2, Kirtland Air Force Base, nor Sandia National Laboratories, nor any employees or contractual workers associated with those entities are known to take any position whatsoever on predictions concerning the year 2012. You don't need dire predictions about Apocalypse 2012 to freak out a little about all the weird stuff we've invented that could destroy the world. More than enough biochemical weapons are stockpiled around the globe, starting with mustard gas, a deadly paralytic agent left over from World War I, on through anthrax, sarin, and a variety of other classified compounds to keep the Vulcan incinerating for many years to come. And the good news, bad news, is that there will be even more incredibly toxic stuff to burn up in the future, at least according to those who share the fears voiced by Stephen Hawking, who believes that humankind will extinguish itself from the face of the planet through the misuse of biological weapons. I don't think the human race will survive the next 1,000 years unless we spread into space. There are too many accidents that can befall life on a single planet, Hawking told Britain's Daily Telegraph. Hawking, the Lucasian professor of mathematics at the University of Cambridge, expressed the opinion that the threat was not so much from a Cold War-style nuclear holocaust as from a more insidious form. In the long term, I'm more worried about biology. Nuclear weapons need large facilities, but genetic engineering can be done in a small lab. What manner of vile pestilence will renegade eggheads concoct with their gene splicers? They might try to improve upon the worst nature has to offer. For example, some of the latest strains of superbacteria have an enzyme called VIM2 that breaks down antibiotics. Genetically enhancing the VIM2 enzyme could give the resulting superorganism a head start so big that antibiotics could never catch up. Perhaps the gene-splicing sociopaths will create priobots. By bolstering the already formidable self-replicating abilities of prions, these new predatory proteins could turn our brains into useless sponges through Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease, also known as mad cow disease. The priobots might also cause an epidemic of kuru, a brain disorder in which cannibals have been known to giggle themselves to death. How's that for an evil genius's last laugh? Even if we catch these malefactors before they can do harm, the poisons that they cook up will have to be disposed of. But there's no furnace hot enough to burn up such compounds without leaving toxic residue. That's the niche the Vulcan seeks to fill. It just might save the world after all. That is, as long as it doesn't explode. Since its plan is the hottest furnace in the world and filled with deadly waste materials, we've had to make damn sure the device is stable and secure. In fact, Vulcan's underlying plasma containment technology has potential applications as a rocket thruster. Basically, you just take one end off the containment tube, and zoom, the unit takes off. Upon command, presumably. Atom smashing. Running a Vulcan furnace requires a megawatt of direct electrical power, enough to run about 25